Hi there, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Juan.
And we are
Down with the Dominguezes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm Cheyenne Dominguez, and I'm here with
Juan Dominguez.
Hello, babe.
Hello, my dear.
All right, so we want to first begin by thanking all of our listeners and friends for reaching out and sending you well wishes. After hearing the last podcast episode about you
almost dying,
breaking four ribs while getting off the ski lift and ending up in the hospital in Colorado.
Yep.
But you have had such a miraculous, speedy recovery, and you're feeling good, right?
I'm feeling great, and wanted to thank everyone for all of the texts and Facebook messages and all that great stuff to see how I'm doing. So happily to say I'm doing great.
Yep, and lots of happy birthday wishes, because yesterday was your birthday as well.
So thank you for that as well.
The big 55.
Cinco, as you would say in Spanish, or double nickel.
Double nickel,
55.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So thank you for all the reach outs on that as well.
All right. So yes, thanks for all the good well wishes. So we've got another big date coming up, and that is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
So our show today is inspired by Valentine's Day. So I did a little research about Valentine's Day gifts, and it turns out that fragrances are one of the most popular gifts to give and to receive.
I believe that, probably right up there with flowers, chocolates, and puppies.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or engagement rings. I guess people get engaged on Valentine's Day, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know what the percentage is,
right.
But yeah, I'm sure it's very popular. But there's also a little information I found about astrological signs.
Please do share.
And I read this in Vogue magazine, which is, I'm sure, absolutely factually correct,
Absolutely.
Right?
No fake news there.
Exactly. So Vogue says that there is a preferred type of fragrance for each astrological sign.
Okay.
So I'm Sagittarius and you're Aquarius.
Right.
So I'm actually a fire sign and you're a water sign.
Yes.
And does that resonate at all?
That explains a lot. The fire and water turns to ice when it's cold, and that reminds me of the Pat Benatar song.
It reminds me of you breaking 4 ribs at the top of the mountain in Colorado.
Well, look at that. There's a lot of connection there. There's a lot of
circle.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's read your preferred or recommended type of fragrance as Aquarius. Okay. So the Aquarian aura is often associated with a head in the clouds behavior and an eccentric personality. They're also great providers, great negotiators, and thrive in leadership roles.
Okay. How do you combine that into a perfume?
Well, apparently you can. So darker perfumes with intense woody or amber notes can help you to stay grounded as long as they have a refreshing top note to sink and help you soar.
Okay.
Very interesting, right? So it's darker and lighter.
Dark and musky.
It's darker low notes and refreshing top notes. That's what I think.
Got it. I'm more of a lavender guy, but I'm going to go with it.
You love your lavender. I don't know what that is about, but Okay. So Sagittarius, I'm not biased or anything, but it's the best sign.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So the Sagittarius is the adventurer, loves to explore, try new things. And to complement their flamboyant and often competitive personality, the perfume needs to be playful, upbeat, and charismatic.
Okay.
It can be citrusy, zesty fragrances, glamorous white flowers, and strong woods appeal to my adventurous streak.
Wow. How does it appeal to fire and blowtorches and Big Red Cat when you go Big Red Cat on me or the boys?
Yeah, so Juan calls me Big Red Cat. That's when I lose my patience and get a little angry.
Yeah, you don't want to see the Big Red Cat come out, trust me.
He says he doesn't ever like to see the Big Red Cat.
Yeah, no, but we digress.
We digress. Okay, so there's the fire and the water, the Sagittarius and the Aquarius. So if you want to know what your recommended fragrance is, I'm sure you can find this in Vogue magazine. Maybe I'll even put the link in the show notes.
Sounds great.
It's fun to read.
People want to know their aura.
People want to know the fragrance that's best for them based on their horoscope.
And it's not too late to put in a request.
That's right. You still have some time.
Yep.
But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have another fragrance description.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it to you.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if it's going to ring any bells for Juan Dominguez.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a significance to this. Okay. All right. So it's reminiscent of Malibu. It's for beach days and a flirty mood.
Ooh.
It's got notes of wild berries, mandarin, honeysuckle, white flowers, ambered, sandalwood, caramel, vanilla, and praline. Does this remind you of anyone or anything in particular?
Wow. Let's see. Regarding perfume, so Malibu, beach
days, and flirty mood.
Just give me a second. Malibu, beach days, and flirty. I got to say, this first thing that what came to mind when you said Malibu, perfume, and beach was, I'm sorry to say, Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson, ding, 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 for the win. So Pamela Anderson's first perfume, or one of her first perfumes, was called Malibu Day. And that is the perfume that you got for me many years ago.
Yes, when she put me in a trance at the CVS.
And you met Miss Pamela Anderson
I did.
herself.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd reminisce a little bit and we would share with everyone the story of when Juan Dominguez, my husband, met Pamela Anderson. It didn't go so well for me.
Well, there's a whole long story about that. I would encourage everyone to go back
and listen to your side of the story.
Season 1, episode 3. Yes.
Well, they don't have to go back. We're going to play it here in this episode.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you don't have to go back. We're going to play it for you. Stay tuned so you can hear one side of the story around what happened when he met Miss Pamela Anderson and bought her lovely Malibu Day
and
perfume.
And had it signed for you for Valentine's Day. So I think we shouldn't give any more away.
We won't give any more away, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. Send us a voicemail, an email, or just a comment on social, and we'll get back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So for anyone who is of our generation, right, if you watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, you may remember there's a scene where Clark Griswold goes to the department store to try to buy a Christmas gift for his wife, and he becomes quite enamored with the beautiful young perfume girl at the counter. And as we were watching the movie, I had flashbacks to when my husband, our Juan Dominguez here sitting next to me, he went to meet Miss Pamela Anderson as she launched her perfume line, supposedly to get a gift for me. Now, in the movie, Clark Griswold loses his ability basically to be able to speak in complete sentences with this beautiful department store perfume lady. And that's kind of what happened to my husband when he met Pam Anderson.
So I basically turned into Clark W. Griswold. A friend of mine gave me a call one Saturday early afternoon, and it was one of those Saturdays kind of in between sports seasons, nothing going on. And he's like, "Hey, Pamela Anderson's going to be at the Rite Aid." I'm like, "For what?" And he's like, "Well, she's launching a perfume line." I'm like, "What better reason do we need?" And it wasn't my idea. So when I went to you and said, "Hey, I'm going to the Rite Aid to go see Pamela Anderson," I couldn't possibly get in trouble. So we went. And of course, he didn't read the fine print, and you could enter the Rite Aid, but you could not get anywhere near Pamela Anderson because they had it cordoned off without buying the perfume.
Sure.
So my friend Rich was like, "Wow, I don't know if we're going to buy it up." I'm like, "Of course we're going to buy it. We're here, right?" So we went and
I'm sure you were thinking of me, and you
buy me this lovely perfume.
Of course, honey, it was
Right.
near Valentine's Day, so without a doubt. So we each bought a overpriced bottle of perfume, and we got behind the cordon, and we got our perfume boxes signed. So Rich was great. He went in there. You know, he's unflappable. I was a little.
You're flappable?
I'm flappable. I gotta tell you what. I got within a couple of feet of her, and with the perfume and the lighting, and you know, she was just. And I'm rarely starstruck, but I was starstruck. And she was like, "Hi, how would you like me to sign your bottle of your box of perfume?" And I was like, "Oh," to my wife Cheyenne. She's like, "How do you spell that?" Of course, Cheyenne's name is spelled Cheyenne. And I was like,
You forgot how to spell my name all of a sudden.
Shayane. And she's like, "Are you sure?" I go, "Yeah, it's close enough." And
so my husband came home from his meeting with Pamela Anderson and a lovely box of her perfume, which he gifted to me. But on the box it said to Shayna or something.
To Shania Twain. Or not Cheyenne. Yeah.
The spelling of my name, I mean, wasn't even close. And
starstruck, honey. Starstruck. You know, we got to take pictures with her, and when Rich was, you know, we were posing, and right before he snapped the picture, I said, "Oh, wait, I got to get my good side." And we flipped positions, and she was laughing, and I was like, "Oh, she's definitely fallen in love." But and you know, I don't think I ever told you that the next day she was in another Rite Aid in another town.
And you stalked her?
You know, for those of you that remember the movie Borat, I was looking around for a burlap sack, and if I had found it, might have gone for round 2. But anyway, yeah, great times.